That 10 for 10 game back in the bubble still gives me nightmares, man. That was not fun. But then Luka has put Zubac in the blender more than once when you think about past matchups. 3 team fouls on the Clippers in the first quarter. Luka gave it up, got it right back into the shot clock. Bye-bye to Zubac and the giant killer.
To those guys that are in the lineup right now, I think all of it is set up by this guy right here.
And this guy right here is doing some damage. He is putting the hurt on the Clippers early in the first quarter of the game tonight with 3 made threes, which has been his MO in first quarters as of late. And another big one tonight. 8th straight game where he's just been absolutely outstanding in the first quarter. And here he is on the move, catching it with momentum to the cup to score again. Here is Luka once again against Zubac, just absolutely torturing him. Sets up people, as we talked about in the second segment of our broadcast tonight. And then there are nights when he is just a splendid scorer. And tonight is one of those nights. The Luka magic is showing out in quarter number 1. Isaiah Hartenstein is at the scores table ready to come into the game for the Clippers. Now Luke Kennard, no foul was called. He had his hands all over him, and it still didn't keep him out of the paint as Luka scores on the floater inside. Cleveland went in for Dwight Powell a little bit earlier in the quarter for the first substitution. They stayed close despite the fact that they've had a front row seat for the Luka show. Oh my! Oh my! Three-pointer number 6 from way downtown. And he said in the post-game interview with us he was mad that he missed the 9th one. And it is Luka. And he puts the defense in a world of hurt again. Oh, look at that smile. That was a heat check. And you can't get any hotter than Luka Doncic right now.
Incredible.
Zubac with the score inside and left alone for way too long. Luka finally decides to take the 3. And what will the Clippers do? They're chasing with Zubac.
Give back to him. There it is.
And there it is. 7 threes made in the first quarter. He'll opt for the drive to the basket and flips it in. 30 points now.
He rejuvenated his career after the stint in Detroit, coming back here and just playing at an extremely high level.
In 2 games against the Mavs this year, he's averaging 27 points, shooting 54%. And about 44% from the arc.
And this year he's been forced to do more. Powell did a good job closing out that time, under control against the lock.
Late in the shot clock. Hello, Linda.
One of those nights for Luka, man.
Everything is hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
The rim, and that sets up everything else in his game.
And I think he plays bigger. Man, that's like a walk in the park layup right there. The scouting report on Reggie is to close out.
More for Luka. Timeout, Ty Lue. Dejectedly, frustratingly, he calls timeout. With 6:45 left in the third quarter. Not a chance to reach 40 points with 6:45 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Luka, who absolutely set the place on fire with his 3-point shooting in the first quarter. He missed that attempt. Here's Green, here's Luka, and there's 41 points for the Phenom.
And sometimes a change of scenery just puts a guy right back at where he needs to be. And you got to think with a guy like Luka creating the havoc that he does, there's going to be a lot of shots.
More havoc, by the way. Several secondary assists in the game where he makes the pass, then another player makes the pass in the 4-on-3 after he's been trapped, leading to a basket. But it seems like it's happened quite a bit.
Excellent job of doing that. And just playing in the flow and the rhythm of the game.
Spotlight is at the free throw line as Dallas has a chance to rebuild it to 10. 2021. On February 10th, 2022, El Niño Maravilla has a new career high. And clawing and grabbing.
Trying to shake loose his skill.
Luka tried to draw foul, no foul called, but it's just a smooth move to the cup for 49 points. He tried the old rip-through move.
Did call it.
To join that very, very short list. 50 points. And now to make this a 7-point lead with 40 seconds left. Dirk had 53. And Luka and Dirk have 51-point games. One of the 3 highest scoring games in Dallas Mavericks franchise history. You have
slow start offensively for Dallas. 1 of 5 from the floor. Every attempt has been a 3, and here's another 3. But that one's good for Luka.
Leave Luka open all night. He's going to knock him down.
Number 2 in the NBA in scoring. Joel Embiid is 1. Luka is 2 at just over 32 points a game. We've seen him with a steal tonight. He's 9th in the league in steals.
And those have a better chance of going down for Green.
The Hardaway free throws have brought Dallas to within 1. Now Luka can tie the game. Houston up by 4. We go into the 3-minute mark in the first quarter. Luka spins a couple of times and hits a Dirk statue shot.
White Power hits the floor more than anybody with purpose. It's one thing to hit the floor, but he does it with purpose.
That falls in for Luka on the double pump fake over KJ Martin. A good shot blocker. Over to Ntilikina. Here's Luka for 3 and on the money.
Something about that spot that Doncic.
That collision with Hardaway certainly rattled his cage, and Şengün is back to his feet.
Attacking.
Here is Luka going at him, runner in the lane. Here's Luka taking it to the basket, and it falls in.
Well, he just gets it up there, and he puts enough.
Right now it's time for a message from Ford.
As far as shot making is concerned, 47%.
A Luka 3, yes sir. Needed that.
Big hit.
Flat. What's going on right now?
Well, yes.
Here's some work by Luka. Luka with a mid-range fadeaway and start pumping some air back in the tire.
Tough shot, but a good shot.
Woods going out of the game. As Hart noted, Powell's coming in. Also Frank Ntilikina. Big Dallas lead of 16 points has evaporated. Trying to crawl back into a tie, and they do on that pair of freebies by Luka. The 19th and 20th free throw attempts of the game for Dallas. Dallas will be playing a home game on Christmas Day for just the 2nd time in franchise history. The 6th time to play a Christmas Day game. 3rd straight year that they're going to play on Christmas Day. Technical foul free throw made by Luka. 29 points in the game. Over the last 7 games, 80%.
Well, they've had their struggles too, and hallelujah is right. It means no one's guarding you, so you practice them.
He's got 4 fouls. He gave it up to Green. Green inside. Usman Garuba is blocked by Wright.
That's a great block too.
And running the floor, and it's the oop up to Luka.
Realize the importance of trying to win this game before you get to your Christmas Day game.
A 3 to start the 4th quarter from that spot. Positive basketball universe justice. And Luka, hello, Wenda.
That's a tough finish that time.
I keep thinking somebody is going to have to join him for this ride here. Mavs, by the way, are 23 and 25 on their free throws. Drive, Luka flips it up and in. Hello, 40-piece. Now is at 40 points. No one else for the Mavericks is in double figures. Make that 42 points.
Well, he's going.
Nice double team by Dallas, and Jabari Green ate up some time on the clock. Oh, and yo-yoing on the dribble. He hit him with the okey-doke. 44.
Luka decided he wasn't going to lose this one. He has put on a show. Staying connected.
Luka again for 3. Bullseye! He is putting on a show. Showtime at the Apollo. Hardaway driving. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Luka, deep 3 for a 50-piece and a dagger.
That's good ball movement. Awesome stuff.
From Conroe, he hits the 3. Luka's 2nd career 50-point game.
Penetration.
Luka was fouled by Julius Randle, so an early foul on the Knicks power forward.
Well, to Skin's point, Barrett is headed back to the locker room. So, but certainly taking more and looks more confident taking it. Nice.
Drive and finish for Luka.
That was embarrassing.
You know, Harp, I've actually I've been privy to some some video. It's not out there a lot on the internet, but you know those.
Better than I is all I can say.
He's impervious to dizziness, huh?
Yeah. Bullock's out there with 2 fouls. Powell had to go out of the game early. Quickly didn't finish off the three-point play. Hello, Wenda.
Shooting right-handed, shooting threes left-handed.
Here's Luka on the line right now. Time for a message from Ford. Valley Sports' own Mark Stein had to get questions in about how many left-handed players the Knicks have. So that's why, to your point, Skip.
With 20 points from Jalen Brunson being out tonight, don't you feel like everybody has been aggressive so far for the Knicks?
And you got Robinson's size advantage that he exploited inside for his time in the game as well. A significant amount of time, you would surmise.
And you already have Barrett out for the game.
Yes, right index finger laceration. Bang! Luka for 3.
A tough shot. He's a tremendous talent that just hadn't found a comfortable spot for his skill set.
Rose just turned it over, and the quarter ends with Luka knifing through the entire Knicks defense to score. When we have a stoppage in play, the guys in the truck have been working feverishly and have found the footage of R.J. Barrett's injury early in the game. He's out with a right index finger laceration that he suffered just a minute and a half into the game.
Shot fake after getting in the lane.
The sexy shot fake by Luka. First free throw is good.
So what they'll probably do.
Yeah. Now, I get a little concerned when my doctor starts off his diagnosis with Damian Lillard, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield top that list with Tim and Luka 4th and 5th. Oh, give and go! The oldest play in the book, and it worked to perfection. Second-year player, started collegiately at Kansas, then went to 2 years at Houston. Layup, Luka.
Go at him.
Yeah, New York's got the lead back to 8, and here is Randall, and he's out there with 3 fouls, and so Luka goes at him, and they score.
Culture, it's its own entity, unlike anything else.
New York
is a huge part of it.
New York snuffed that out with Grimes and Randall doing a lot of damage at the other end of the floor. Reggie Bullock has returned to the game. And here's Luka, 3-pointer over Julius Randle. Yes, sir.
Needed.
Got a late clock situation now, 4 seconds. Luka on the dribble away from Grimes. Oh, the scoop to the hoop.
That was nice.
Now they have corrected that on the official stat sheet here. It is a basket for Powell, not for Luka.
I was going to tell you that, but I figured you would.
Now that's a basket for Luka.
It is. A bulk of his baskets right now and the free throw line.
Yeah.
One of them's on the bench, and Jalen Brunson, of course, but the guys that are out on the floor, on the perimeter, making excellent plays. Nice finish by Doncic inside.
Him and Barrett and Brunson are figuring out how to play together, too, and that was a big part of that 8-game winning streak for them.
Here's Luka working against Grimes. Pump fake, doesn't get the shot to go. Rebounds his own miss. That one will go around and down. He has it back. He throws it away.
Good D.
Low turnover game tonight. Dallas just 5. New York 8. Layup, 41. Last night saw the Clippers erase a 14-point deficit with just over 3 minutes to go against Detroit. They won overtime. And here's a chance to cut a third of the lead down for the Knicks with a 3-point play if Luka finishes it off. They have the longest road winning streak of any team in the NBA this year at 6. And if they finish this off at 7, Luka, that'll give him 45 points in the game. Remember, New York's won the last 5 times they played here at American Airlines Center. Here's a quick score from Luka with 41 seconds to go. Here is Luka giving the ball up to Hardaway. Luka with the rebound, puts it in, and it's a foul. With 15 seconds, he's got a chance for his 50th point of the game and a chance to make it a 3-point game. 9 of 13 on free throws tonight, 19 of 29 for the floor. There's his 50th point. He's got 50 points in 2 of the last 3 games. If there's a missed second free throw, if Luka is able to execute that, knocks down the first one. And here comes Javale.
Nothing shocks me about this game.
And that Drew rim, it's still loose. Luka got it back. He did it. An improbable comeback by Dallas to tie it with 1 second left. It's unbelievable. It is a miracle. It's overtime. Stranger things have happened.
Some color to that. That doesn't need color. It really doesn't.
That's just
That's a will and a feel.
Wait, the only time they've led the game tonight was in the first quarter at 9-8.
Irrelevant right now.
54 points, a Mavericks team record in scoring.
With this guy.
Durkin's got to be thinking that as he's sitting up in his suite going, man, nothing is safe. I got a statue out there in the schedule.
Double nickel.
Don't happen too
You know
often.
you've done something when you can say that.
We're still waiting for the first made field goal of overtime between the two teams. They're a combined 0 for 8 for the floor in OT. There's the first made field goal of overtime to give Luka 58 points and the Mavericks a 5-point lead.
They really don't.
34 seconds left. That is point number 59 for Luka Doncic and a 4-point Maverick lead. 10 assists, 21 rebounds, 47 minutes played, and now 60 points for the first time in Mavericks history.
No sympathy league, no excuses for any team in this league.
Score inside for Jakob Poeltl, and a score from the elbow for Luka to put Dallas on the board.
Offensively.
Yeah, don't make yourself easy to defend against a bad defensive team. Luka, not easy to defend anywhere, any night, anyhow.
Has improved a great deal. Good defense.
Blocked by Luka against Jeremy Sohan. Loose ball picked up by Wood. It's now over just 3 weeks out of the lineup for Josh Green with a sprained right elbow. A 3-ball for Luka, and it's contested by Poeltl, but it don't matter. Keldon Johnson chasing Luka. Luka spins away from Langford, and he's fouled as he scores. 3 minutes against Houston the other night. Had some good minutes, a lot of defensive intensity and energy out on the floor. One inside, one outside now. 5 points early in the game for Reggie Bullock Jr. Here is Luka spinning and doesn't take it back to the defense, and Dallas has their first lead, courtesy of Luka with 12 points now in the first quarter, and Dallas on top 20-18. Right to the basket, Dwight Powell, offensive rebound, second one of the game. Now Luka on the crossover, over Zach Collins, right in his face with a 3, and a little dancey dance afterwards.
All you can do is marvel at the skill set.
Leaves it for Luka. Luka off a Dwight Powell screen, probing in the paint, and all the way to the hoop. And another first quarter where Luka is him. 21 points already. 2 fouls now on Doug McDermott. And San Antonio's gone over the limit with 48 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Now Luka working against Jeremy Sohan. Hello, Wenda. 11 threes all season, and he's got 2 tonight.
Yeah, shot doesn't look good, but it's his shot. You got to own it.
Luka answers right back.
Surveying. See what he comes up with here.
Zach Collins, the defender for San Antonio, switched on to Luka, and he put him in the torture chamber. That's tonight, 56% from the floor, and that will help it.
Than other teams and coaches do. So, here Dallas is last year one of the top 10. I can't believe Luka made that, but he did.
That was a nice finish on the other end. That was a nicer finish on that end. Wood stays out on the 3-point line after screening. Luka operating on the post. Got him. So the advantage is 11 for the Mavs with 3:35 to go in the third, and Luka on the line, where he is 4 of 6 now tonight. Here's a message from Choctaw Casinos and Resorts.
Because I don't think they're chatting MVP for anybody on the Spurs roster. And all due respect, I don't want to be disrespectful to those guys, but when he's in the mix mentally, this is going to get you 30 to 40 points. This is big. I mean, it's the easiest 40 points I've ever seen.
And there it is.
Absolutely marvelous.
Those free throw blockouts, when you don't execute them, they're frustrating. That, however, is not frustrating. It's a rattle home runner with 0.4 of a second left in the third quarter for Luka to put him at 42 points. As a matter of fact, the Mavericks do not have, as Luka hits a big-time 3 coming out of the timeout.
Well, it's paid dividends for them. See if Dallas can regroup here.
Luka on the pick and roll, driving, scoring to extend it to a 3-point lead.
Bulls have nothing to lose right now.
Pick and roll involving Luka and Wood, and Luka scores again. He's up to 49. 123. Tonight, Luka Doncic has 50 points, and the Mavericks are in front by 2. To up the lead to 3. Timeout San Antonio.
Yeah, you knew they would use that one.
And now Dallas with the ball on offense for the first time in the game. A return to the floor for Luka, who missed one full game and about 95% of another one, and he's on the board tonight.
The other day, so it's not so difficult.
Well, don't make it hard on
Just
yourself.
score for us, right. Him attacking is a positive thing for this Maverick team.
Double team. Luka dribbles away from it and inside lays it in.
He just saw that double team coming and just dribbled away. I thought Duran did.
Okay.
And I think it went to Powell's face in honor of what always seems to happen.
And it's a 3-ball up top for Luka. And the Mavericks keeping a clean sheet, 10-0 in the opening 2 minutes and 41 seconds of the game, which was a Detroit win in overtime. 131-125, December 1st at Little Caesars Arena in the Motor City. Corner 3, stare down Luka, and he is back with a vengeance.
Simple and plain. He makes the game simple and easy for other players because of his ability to stretch the floor.
Driving and stretching the floor. He's got the ability to do that. But
all the way to the rim against the Pistons defense.
And Hart, my insight. Well, I like Dwayne Casey because he's a champ from here.
Yes, he is.
That's why you like it.
Well, I like it for a lot of reasons.
College, and you work your way up to being a assistant coach and becoming one of the better.
First bench points in the game. I'm sorry, second player to score off the Detroit bench. Hayes had a 3. Speaking of 3, Luka hits 1, and it's the Luka show tonight in the first quarter.
Well, I can't get into how I ended up at Illinois, but
The rest, as they say, is history.
yeah, it's history. Yes.
So did Frieder replace Orr? Is that how that
Frida.
Visits to Michigan.
Yeah, I just had a story that Michigan, Ann Arbor.
And then we got to Bill Frieder and Bo Derek.
We're here to entertain.
That's right.
Are you not into? No, that's shit. I don't want to do that. After checking into this contest.
Step back Jack, looking for an exclamation point on his first quarter, and that is what we're talking about.
McGee finishes.
And here's another bam. This one from the outside. Drano, Luka, 3-pointer. Saddiq Bey's made 3 threes tonight, including that one a moment ago. Luka to answer with a 3 back against him. And it's Finney Smith grabbing a rebound to line the move and a layup.
I know that Detroit has come in here and really seized control.
Well, that's what you want out of a timeout, and to seize back control. First step on the process there for the Mavs.
In my opinion.
All having fun over here aside, I agree with your point that the game is in an uncomfortable place right now. I mean, you can absolutely sense it. Yeah, 10-0 run for the Mavs to start the game, but Detroit responded from that early haymaker. A Luka 3-point play follows it up with another short jumper, this one on the baseline.
In this third quarter, Dallas needs to make a stand on both sides of the basketball right now.
Here's Luka driving against Saddiq Bey. Inside, layup good. And he does secure what is just his 3rd rebound tonight. Up ahead, Powell retrieves the loose ball with a touch pass. And here's a closeout by Burks. So it's Luka. Oh, nicely done. Maneuvering through the Detroit D. He's going to have to watch himself on the defensive end. He's got 4 fouls. He's staying out there. It's another drive by Luka. And another score with a foul.
On your guy, Ivy, right there.
I gotta stop messing with you.
They reeling.
8 straight losses.
Yeah, they've had a hard time lately.
And they got
Which is never a
tomorrow
good,
night.
well, which is never a good thing.
No. Down 74-63. Now within 2. 84-82. Detroit leads. City jersey night for Dallas.
Yeah. So Giannis had 50 last night.
Right. Tough angle bank shot missed by Luka. Offensive rebound to White Powell. Green turned down a 3. Made a long pass to Burke. Inside to Luka, and boom shaka Luka. He and jams it.
It worked out, but I can't believe Josh passed that three the way he's been playing.
Timeout.
To remember. I think Hayes would rather.
Point 49. 54 win number 27 of the year against 25 losses. Still work to do. A 51-point night and counting for Luka. He's got 1 minute left in the game. Hard double team at Luka. Bullock moves it to Dinwiddie. Caught it, drives, puts up a shot. Two bounces off the rim. 10-foul rebound by Finney-Smith. Here's Luka driving, spinning, shooting, and scoring. The perfect bounce on another unforgettable night for Luka Doncic. The perfect bounce.
Kevin Durant to bring the ball down the floor and just use his length, his size to elevate you over the top of defenders. Doncic gets to the rim as he slashes between a couple of defenders. Of course, Joel Embiid leads the league again in scoring. Doncic stays away from Durant and instead pulls and pops. There you see the numbers against Phoenix. Only Jordan has done it better against the Suns. He had a triple-double by halftime earlier in the season against Utah, but this is the guy that it's just so difficult. His pocket gets picked. Booker with Durant, and a misfire. Doncic wants it for a 5-point swing. Fancy pass, the spin, Jones. Somehow not called for the travel. Doncic, deep three, got it! And Luka Doncic hits 10K.
He's documented it in a diary for Andscape.com, which you can check out there. Beth?
Yeah, very good follow there. Thank you, George. Doncic fades and hits. Luka opens up the night, 5 of 6. So Luka back to the free throw line. You see that 10 on ESPN. Jimmy and the Heat against LeBron and the Lakers. That's a rematch of the bubble final won by LA and for Kevin, for all the Suns really. Yes. They are tired of losing. And they want to get healthy in a hurry as Doncic knocks down another one, and it's a timeout here for Phoenix. And as a result, Phoenix is chipping away at that deficit. Now you got to get some stops. You got to string some stops together, finish plays with a rebound. That's too easy. Luka with 22. Durant and Booker have combined for 15. They do not have a field goal in the second quarter. Their points have come from the line. Dallas is doing a great job defensively of forcing those guys. Doncic with the steal. Booker giving chase. And Luka gets the land. Doncic head up the other way. Luka off the window, taking it right at Grayson Allen and over the top of him. Claude was getting in the first half. They just had to be able to knock him down, and they've done so early in this quarter. Dallas out of the timeout, goes to Doncic. Got it on the fade. Getting some more movement on the offensive end of the floor, forcing some rotations, getting some higher percentage looks. Luka's now 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Luka gets them both. Luka with a Kogi giving chase, and Doncic. Goodwin driving on Luka. Blocked by Luka. Doncic will push. Smaller defender on him. Steps back and hits it. Doncic step back. Got it. Doncic, 3. Another one for Luka. Coming into this Christmas Day, ESPN Bet had the MVP odds. They are in 5th place. He's played 40 minutes tonight. Jason Kidd said that he went to Luka in the offseason and said, we want to play faster. We think it's going to help you extend your minutes, extend your career. He was on board with it. Doncic going for 50, and he's got it. Luka Doncic on this Christmas night.
34-112 to Golden State on Wednesday night. Johnson had 21 points in that game, and Johnson's on the board tonight for the Hawks, and Luka's on the board for Dallas, and he slithers through the Hawks. Atlanta had a road trip of just 2 games out to California. Luka banks it home. That's some interesting scheduling that Atlanta got.
Oh, he's been on a tear. Obviously, he had to do more with Trey being out. He has certainly been able to make a different contribution. Luka.
Now you got Saddiq Bey attacking. That's no good. Grant Williams got back. Ball bounces to Hardaway. Another pass over the top. Luka throws a lot of those, but he catches that one to score.
That was really
dealt with a ton of injuries in his career. He said, I feel good after this first game back. He said there's no soreness. It's easier to feel that physically than to convincing yourself of that mentally, Mark. That's one of the big...
Onyeka Okongwu just turned the ball over. And here is Luka against the aforementioned Okongwu. 4th-year center from USC. Dribble drive inside for a layup. And once a foul, he hits the deck. Patty Mills, DeJounte Murray, Bogdanovich, and Saddiq Bey complete the group on the floor for Atlanta. But it's the Luka show right now.
That's even more. He got it right.
He's had a pretty good feel on most of them this year. Johnson up on Luka, down the lane, stopping, back to the basket, and scores again. It's a different world now.
It certainly is. As crazy as that might sound, but
Rashawn Holmes in the game for a depleted Dallas center rotation, and Luka back and picking up. Luka fading, hitting again. The dazzling display continues. No good for Ice Trey. And it's Luka grabbing the rebound and still going and scoring. Call your friends.
yeah.
There's only one on Jones. They took one away from him. I believe Holmes has it now. Luka, baseline. Yeah, baby.
Luka's just toying with the Hawks defense.
The security guard of the gated community, and he's trying to talk his way in. 30-piece in the first half.
Give the people what they...
First of 2 free throws, good. For more on Luka, here's Leslie McCaslin. Leslie.
Well, Luka talked about the importance of being physical. It's clearly something that's been on the top of his mind, bring that physicality on offense as well.
32 points now in the first half with the 2 free throws. You know, Leslie.
Yeah, he shrinked Charles Barkley, though, didn't he?
Down the lane, Luka again! 34. The supernova in the first half continues. He's down. Those guys fade away into the background.
Yeah, don't let the smooth taste fool you either.
Here is Luka off balance. Late decision to pass it to Williams. Back of the hands of Luka. A heave and a hit over Clint Capella. 37 and still.
You getting it?
You are getting it. And you are getting a show, a very memorable show by Luka Doncic. 39 in the.
Just so you don't take it for granted, because I think we do take a lot of this greatness that's going on right now for granted. We look at it like, oh.
Well, don't take it for granted. Write down the date, January 26th, 2024, the night that Luka Doncic had 41. A first-half tribute to Dirk Nowitzki, 41 points in the first half, and we saw a half full of Luka magic in the game. And by the way, that's 7 assists now for Trae Young, 13 points for Jalen Johnson. For 3 over Capella, hard. Bullseye!
Nothing has changed.
One of the top 4 scoring games for Green this year, 4 times at least 15. 18 is Josh's season high. 19 minutes in the game against Phoenix in his return on Wednesday. Luka now at 46 points. He's 6 of 6 on free throws. Luka with the drive, and he lays it in.
Golly. one of the hardest shots he's had to make tonight.
And he's made a lot of shots tonight. How about 18 of them? And the Mavs had equaled their biggest lead at 8 before the quick hoop by Bogdanovic. And up for 3 and in for 3.
Well,
Had 1. Jimmy Jackson had 1. 52.
shooting his freebies well tonight, too.
Bogey leads Atlanta with 20 points. He's 8 for 15. Luka probing, drifting back to the baseline. Yeah, baby! 55, the double nickel! The last basket by Luka to give him that double nickel.
2 guys ended up on Luka. He just faded a little and made a difficult shot look easy.
Went to the free throw line for the first time tonight, but now they're up to free throws number 15 and 16 in the game coming here. Well, there it is. It is a new record. Of course, they played in the Omni before that.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Luka has shot freebies perfectly.
The 2 things I remember about the, I remember Greg Popovich when San Antonio was in town right before Christmas and said, we design these defenses if this guy destroys them. But he won't. Luka holds the Maverick record. And he's tied that record with 60 points in the history of the NBA. This is the 80s. Inside Okongwu, no good. Holmes a rebound.
Yeah, Holmes affected that shot too.
And in 78 years of the NBA, Hart, there's been a lot of games. Here's the step back for a new Maverick record.
I tell you what, Atlanta fans are cheering like Maverick fans.
Yes.
Control of the stove.
63. And how about 2 more?
This place is gone
It's the head coach, but Garrison Matthews on the bench
is who got the tech.
66 points for Luka Doncic. When Luka reached 65, he'd set a new Hawks opponent record. He broke the record set by Wilt Chamberlain when Wilt scored 64. Around Luka in the paint, blocked by Lively!
Great block shot.
And now Dallas in transition. Luka inside. It goes! It's a basket and a foul!
There's a block by Lively. Average get in the open court. Gets tangled up. Murray and Luka concentrates and makes the shot and the free throw.
70 points. Those who have done it in NBA history. Wilt Chamberlain. Don't stop now. Luka splits a double. Keeps the dribble alive. All the way to the hoop. Scoop to the hoop with a foul. Points 71 and 72.
And 1. King Doncic.
Who getting in the neighborhood of his uniform number?
But
we ain't far away from it.
Luka Doncic.
Wilt Chamberlain with 100. Kobe 81. Wilt Chamberlain 78. And then Wilt Chamberlain twice scored 73.